Today we are taking chapter 5 of class 5th and the title is time. Now we go for it. Time. Here are the relation between various units of time. Students, you know them well. That is 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute and 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour, and you know all the relations between seconds, minutes and hours. Now you also know the relation between one day and hour. Day and hour is 24 hours is equal to 1 day, 7 days is equal to 1 week. You also know 15 days is equal to is called one fortnight. That you don't know probably, but mind it, 15 days time is called fortnight. And year, 365 days are 1 year, and weeks in a year are 52 weeks in a year. 30, 31 or 29 days are in a month. 28 or 29 days are in a month. 12 months is year, 1 year, that you know, and 100 years makes 1 century, that you have to learn. Now you know very well that February has 28 days in it, but in a leap year. In leap year means having 366 days in a year. February is counted with 29 days. Now about time I will tell you about the time. 12 o'clock in the daytime is called midday. Midday or noon. Time before 12 o'clock is written as AM, that you also know, and time after 12 o'clock night, 12 o'clock day, midday is called PM. 12 o'clock at night is called midnight. Now if we want to know the time period of an event, we illustrate it with an example. Find the number of days from 3rd February to 25th June in a leap year. This is the illustrative example. Now how you will find out a time period between two different dates. You can do it like this, students. You keep month at one side, number of days other side. In February, this time is your time period starts from 3rd February, means February is having 27 days, because 2 February is not counted. After 3rd you have to count up to the 29th. It makes 27 days in February. March as usual 31 days, April 30, May 31, and he is asking you the time period from 3rd February to 25th June, and June itself has 25 days and total number of days are 144. So you can very well find out the time, students. Next an example is Rishabh started on a world tour on 3rd Feb 2016 and was back on 25th May 216. Find the duration of his tour. Now guys, how you will do it? 3rd February. Number of days on tour? 3rd February means 2 February you have to subtract from 29th, because 216th was a leap year. Leap year, as you know, when an year is divisible by 4, it is an leap year. So 2016 was leap year, means having 29 days. 29 days of February minus 2 days, because the tour started from 3rd Feb. Therefore 27 days. He was on tour for 20 days in February, again 31 days in March and 30 days in April. that makes 61 days. So guys, from February to April, 27 days plus 61 days. Now the days in May are 25th. He returned, he is back on 25th May. Means number of days in May are 25 days. Therefore, his duration of tour was 27, 61 and 25 days. That makes 113 days. The next example shows Ritu joined an office. Ritu joined an office on 2nd April and left on 22nd December 2009. Both days inclusive means 2nd April is also included and 22nd December is also included. For how long did she work in that office? Number of years from 2nd April. Children, please keep in mind that 2nd April is inclusive in this in her tenure of working in the office. Then from 2nd April to 1st April 2009, because her last day in her office was in the year 2009. So we go from 2nd April to 1st April 2009. That makes 18 years. And number of years from 2nd April to number of days from 2nd April to 22nd December, that gives April 29 days, May 31 days, June 30, July 2009 31 days, August 2009 31 days again, September 2009 30 days, October 31 days, November 30 days, and up to December, because December is also included. Therefore, they make total 265 days. Therefore, now she works in her office for 18 years and 265 days. Now one more problem comes in this example is that of leap years, because tenure was quite long. Therefore there may be a few years which are leap years, means the counting the leap years, they are 1992, 96, 2000, 2004 and 2008. That makes 5 leap years. Therefore, we have to add 5 days in 265 days. That makes 270 days. Therefore, children, Ritu in her office remained for 18 years clearly, and then counting the months one by one, they make 270 days. Her tenure in the office was 18 years and 270 days. Children, you can also calculate your age, the time you were born and the time you are now today. Therefore, you can calculate by the help of this example your age. Next comes in the chapter of time. One more important fact that comes out is the measurement of time in railways and airways. In airways and railways, we do not use ordinary set of time like AM and PM. We use mostly 24-hour time in these departments. Means 12 at noon is called 12:00 hours, and 12 at midnight is called 0:00 hours or 24:01 hours. Therefore, you can say this 001 is 1 minute past 12 midnight. And similarly 0101 means 1 minute past 1 in the morning after midnight. Next comes is an example illustrated. Another example is Vaibhav went to bed at 9:30 p.m. and got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. For how long did he sleep? Therefore, guys, from 9:30 and here is 6 o'clock in the morning. After PM, it comes 6 o'clock in the morning, means AM. Therefore, proceeding from 9:30 p.m. to 6 a.m., we need to add 12 hours in 6 o'clock. We need to take the help of 24-hour clock. Means therefore he is calculating like this: 21 hour 30 minute to midnight is, because here it is 9:30 p.m. converting it 9:30 p.m. into 24-hour watch, it gives you 21 hour 30 minute to midnight, means 24 o'clock. That makes the duration of that duration comes out is equal to 2 hours 30 minutes. 21 hours 30 minutes up to 12 midnight means 24 hours. So subtracting it, we get 2 hours 30 minutes. Now we proceed till 6 o'clock in the morning. 2 hours and 30 minutes are here, and adding 6 hours to 8, that gives you 8 hours and 30 minutes time of her sleep. Vaibhav slept for 8 hours and 30 minutes. Next problem that comes during the study of time is these are very simple problems, converting AM into PM or PM into AM, and converting AM into 24-hour watch and PM into 24-hour watch, or making difference between the times. So let's see what happens here. Find the interval between 8:55 AM to 3:25 PM. How you will do it? From 8:55 AM to take, you calculate the time at your fingertips from 8:55 to 2:55. Here 8:55 to 55 is 6 hours. 6 hours. And again from 2:55 PM to 3:25 makes 30 minutes. Therefore, this time interval is 6 hours and 30 minutes. Next is 10:45 PM on Monday and 4:30 AM on Tuesday. Means you can calculate it like this: duration from 10:45 PM to 12 night is 1 hour 15 minutes. And from midnight to 4:30 AM is clearly 4 hours and 30 minutes. Therefore, the duration is 1 hour 15 minutes plus 1 hour 15 minutes and 4 hours 30 minutes. That comes up to be 5 hours and 45 minutes here. Next problem arises in this chapter is changing time from 12-hour clock to 24-hour clocks. 7:30 AM means 12 hours will be added after the 12 noon. Therefore, it is the same, but it is the same time, but it is written as 07:30 hours on a 24-hour format, and 9 a.m. is written as 0900 hours. If the time 12 hour is in PM, add 12 hour now. For PM, this was for AM, and now for PM, we have to add 12 hours in this time. 4:30 p.m. adding 12 hours gives you 1630 hours, and 7:30 p.m. written as 1930 hours, means adding 12 to 7:30 hours gives you 1930 hour. Now changing time from 24-hour clock to the 12-hour clock is same. It is almost reverse of it. Means subtracting 12 hours from 24 hours gives you time in PM. 17, 12, 20 hours minus 12 hours gives you 5:20 PM. And 1940 hours, naturally this is the time after noon, therefore subtracting 12 from it, it gives 7:45 of the evening. Next problem is finding time interval. Again, time interval has been asked here is between 9 a.m. and 4:50 p.m. 4:50 p.m. and 9. Out of 4:50 you cannot subtract 9:10 a.m. Therefore you have to take the help of 12-hour clock. Means making 4:50, converting 4:50 into 24-hour time format, it gives you 16 hours and 50 minutes. 16 hours 15 minutes minus 9 hours 10 minutes gives you 7 hours and 40 minutes. This time is the time interval between these two given times is 7 hours and 40 minutes. Next problem that comes is express the time in 24-hour format. It is simple. You have to add 12 in every PM time, and we don't add anything in AM time, but we have to write it like this. 1:30 AM is written as 01:30 hours, and 7:30 PM is written as, adding 12 to it, it makes 1935 hours, and 25 PM, again it is PM, therefore we add it 12, gives you 25 hours. Now one problem is generally asked during teaching of time is timetable of trains. Train number, this is train number is 12657. Train name, it is Bengaluru Express. Starting station, these are timetables generally given on board on every station or at every airport. This time of departure and arrival schedules are always given there. So this is arrival and departure schedule chart. Starting station is Chennai Central. Departure time of the train Bengaluru Express is 13:35 hour. Destination is its Bangalore city, and arrival time is 25 hours. So generally such type of question are also asked in this chapter of time. So here it is, the question is like this. What is the travel time from Chennai to Bengaluru if you board the Bangalore Express? He is boarding in Bangalore Express and asking you the time of reaching to Bengaluru from Chennai. Therefore, we have to subtract the Chennai time from Bengaluru time, means subtracting 05 hours, subtracting 1335 hours from 05 hours, that you can easily calculate, and it comes out to be 7 hours and 30 minutes. Next problem is this: duration of a cricket match which started 9:35 am. Again AM is given and match ends at PM. Therefore, you have to take the help of 24-hour watch. And with a 25-minute break, and break is not included. Therefore, you have to actually playing hours you have to calculate in this problem. Therefore, how you do it? Write down hours under the hour head and minutes below the minute head. Match ends. Here is the match. Match ends at 17 hours and 5 minutes. And match started at 9 hours and 35 minutes. Guys, children, here you cannot subtract 35 from 0 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So what we take, as we carry 1 unit from here to here, therefore one unit is carried from hour to minutes. But it is not 10 as generally happens in mathematical calculations. Here 1 unit gives you 60 minutes directly. Therefore 5 minutes becomes 60 plus 5, 65 minutes. Now 35 minutes you have to subtract from 65 minutes, because from 5 minutes you cannot subtract 35. So taking the help of 1 unit, carrying 1 unit from hours to minute, and that brings you 60. There, children, now you have understood it well. Therefore, subtracting 65 from 35 gives you 30 minutes. Now, 17 has reduced to 16 hours because you have taken you have carried 1 unit from 17 hours to minute side. Therefore, hour remains 16. 16 subtracting 9 hours from 16 gives you 7 hours. Therefore, the duration of cricket match was 7 hours and 30 minutes. Now again he has given one more twist in this problem. He has given you 25 minutes break and asking you the actual time of the cricket match. So subtracting 25-minute break from 7 hours 30 minutes, the actual playing hours were 7 hours and 5 minutes. Next problem is children. An inter-school swimming competition started at 8:13 a.m. and lasted 3 hours and 18 minutes. Here, the lasting time of competition is not given. He is given you the duration of hours of competition, swimming competition, duration hours. So what you have to do? You write 8:35 hours, add 3 hours and 18 minutes to it. 3 hours adding 8 hours. 8, 8 hours and 35 minutes. Adding 3 hours to 8 hours gives you 11 hours duration, and 18 minutes to 35 minutes give you 53 minutes. Therefore, the required time of this competition was 11:35 plus 18 minutes means 11:50. The competition ended at 11:53 minutes. Guys, this finishes your time chapter time. Thanks very much.